Jalen Reed, because he has come in and he's done what he could do with 9 points and 4 rebounds. He's perfect from the floor. Now, he's had a couple of turnovers on the other end, had one defensive mistake, but you see him get to the lane on the right side, drive the lane on the left side. Reed, 3 of 3 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the line with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 9 points, 4 rebounds. But those 3 turnovers are a problem. This guy has been a problem, period. TJ Matlock, 6 of 11 from the floor. He's hit 2 3-pointers. Almost a double-double in the first half. He threw in 7 boards as well, as he has 15 points. He's the game's leading scorer, and it was his ability to pick things up. Remember, LSU went on a quick 5-0 spurt. They called timeout. It was Matlock that put the Hornets right back on his shoulders and right back into this game and catapulted them at a 4-point lead at the break.
LSU is shooting 45%. Alabama State at 41. And the visitors have converted 2 more 3-pointers than has LSU. There's a big advantage at the free throw line for the Tigers as they lead by 6 in that category. Now, there were 3 ties and 7 lead changes in the first half. The largest Hornets lead is right now, 34-30. LSU's biggest lead was 6 at 11-5 early in the contest.
And at one point in this ball game, LSU was leading in paint points 12-2. Remember, I was saying I was surprised they're shooting so much from the outside because the avenues were there to get into the paint. The paint points now, 14-10 LSU. So Alabama State has outscored them in the paint in the last 7+ minutes, 8-2.
Alabama State in the black uniforms, LSU in white. Coleman takes the 3, and it rims out, and the rebound pulled off by LSU's Jordan Wright.
Coleman sat the last 9+ minutes because he had 3 fouls as Ocon gets up with the big block there. In fact, there was one time that Tony Matlock, the head coach, turned around to go put him in, and they're like, oh, wait, sit down. You got 3. I can't put you back in.
Right.
He had 2 fouls, came in after a timeout. 1 minute later, picked up his 3rd foul.
Baker can't get it to go down from the wing in front of his own bench. That one rattled out after descending halfway through the rim.
See, for LSU, when they have a big like that, you need to put Baker down on the block and let him go to work, try to draw some fouls, and be productive where he's at his best, in and around the rim. Will Baker comes into today's game averaging just over 14 points a contest, but in his last 3 games, he's only doing half of that. 7 points per game on 9 of 21 shooting.
And he's only had 4 points so far tonight. There's a much-needed 3 for LSU as it's reined in by Mike Williams, the freshman from Baltimore.
He'll take it from a 21% 3-point shooter coming into the game.
LSU has won 5 of 9 starts this year. Alabama State is 4-4. Hines is open right side and rips it home.
His last 2 shots have been absolutely pure. Remember one in front of the LSU bench after he had the breakaway layup. He hit a 3, held the form, did a little stare down, and now that one from the right side, and that was pure.
That's his second 3 of the game, and he's got 10 points on the night. Baker at the top. Hands it off and sets the pick. Baker rolls, gets it in traffic, spinning, and using that length and stronger shoulder to clear, and lays it in with a left hand.
See, if you're wearing a white jersey, that's 7 feet. I don't need 7 feet shooting from 22 feet. I got enough guys that are well shorter than that can do that. Get him inside where he uses his move and his agility to be able to get to the rim.
Hines takes the 3. It's long. Baker with the rebound. Kicks it over to Jalen Reed. Reed puts it on the floor. Looking for some help. This is Williams to Baker. Right side and miscommunication. Wilkinson was cutting toward the baseline, and Baker threw it just after Wilkinson had made the cut. So the turnover by Baker, and that's a costly one. Number 9 for the Tigers. Alabama State has only 6. Ooh, another 3. T.J. Matlock averaging 16 a game. And he's up to 18 right now.
He's already passed that. We gave you the stat earlier that one of the problems for LSU has been 3-pointers defended. LSU only making 3 a game, but they're giving up basically 10 a game. Alabama State right now from behind the line is 6 of 16.
Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Shot clock at 1. Big rebound. Reed, and he's fouled as he tried to dunk it.
And that's going to be 4 on Coleman. He just has not had a good night. He got in foul trouble early, and he just can't avoid making the contact now. That's 4 with 16:47 to go. He came into this ball game averaging 6.5 a contest. He's 0 for 2 tonight. No rebounds with 4 fouls and about to head back to the bench.
Reed coming into the contest was just under 70% at the free throw line. He's 4 for 6 tonight. LSU steals it away. Mawani Wilkinson came away with that loose rebound. So let's see if the Tigers can extend this possession and make it productive. Baker spinning, lost it, kicks it out to right. He'll shoot with 1 second on the shot clock, and he scores from 3-point range. They may...
It's still counting down. It just goes red while the ball is mid-flight and in. So certainly will count for LSU, make it 40-39. Alabama State on top of LSU.
This game has been played in a narrow range. LSU's biggest lead was 6.5 minutes into the first half. And Alabama State's biggest lead has been 5. Right now it's a 1-point advantage for the visitors.
You mentioned Alabama State this season undefeated when leading at the half, right?
Mm-hmm. 3-0.
SWAC teams, look, this is nothing new for them playing. This season, Jackson State has already gone on the road and beat Missouri. Last year, Texas Southern beat Arizona State, Grambling State beat Colorado, and Prairie View beat Washington State. And 2 seasons ago, Texas Southern, once again, Johnny Jones, the job he's doing, they went on the road and beat Florida. Florida was a ranked team at the time, number 20, 69-54. So you talked about how these SWAC teams, they play a challenging schedule, and they have to go on the road a lot, but it's not a surprise to see them hanging close here on the road in an SEC opponent.
Jalen Reed takes it away from the big fellow. UConn had difficulty holding on to it. Let's see if the Tigers can regain the lead here. And Williams is fouled, and they're going to whistle T.J. Madlock. That's his second. Ubong Okan goes to the bench and gets a rest for Alabama State. Hornets by 1. LSU can do something about it with this possession. Five to shoot. 3 to shoot. Williams, yes! 7 for Mike Williams.
The last couple of possessions for LSU, the key to success is taking the shot clock under 5.
Range short. Flat-footed rebound, snatched by Mawani Wilkinson. Williams lets it fly, and he rattles it home. And the Tigers have scored 5 straight to take a 4-point lead. 44-40, 14:51 to go. 10 points now for Mike Williams. A rebound hits the floor. Grabbed by Wilkinson. And a whistle at midcourt. It is Madlock on that foul. That's his 3rd. So he's got to be careful. Baker will leave. Mountain Reed joins the game. He's come in a couple of times off the bench tonight. And right at midcourt, Jalen Reed will throw it in play.
LSU has picked a great time to hit their last 3 field goals, while the Hornets are on a scoring drought now of 3 minutes.
Reed faces the hoop from the free throw line and is clearly fouled. 2 shots coming for Jalen Reed. A 6'10 sophomore from Jackson, Mississippi. Had 11 starts last year for LSU. His father, the late Ole Miss All-America, Justin Reed. Speaking of Ole Miss, the Rebels, the only team in the SEC without a loss. South Carolina, 8-1. Ole Miss is 9-0. Kentucky is 7-2. So is Mississippi State. Auburn at 6-2. Missouri 7-3. So is Tennessee, Texas A&M. Alabama and Florida are 6-3, and so is Georgia. Arkansas is 6-4. LSU 5-4. Vanderbilt 4-5.
So where's Tennessee in the standings again? Because they were preseason picked to win it all.
7-3 right now.
SEC play will start here in just a couple of weeks.
Alabama State will call a timeout. So the Hornets have seen a 4-point halftime lead evaporate, and now LSU leads by 5. We'll take a timeout, 14-19 to play.
You throw in 1 block shot and a rebound and 10 points. Mike Williams, third, doing very nicely. 3 points already over his season average.
Not too long ago, the Hornets had a 40-35 lead, and LSU has scored 10 consecutive points. The Hornets in black, LSU in white. This is Hines, guarded by Williams. That is really fine defense. Williams was picked off, and jumping out there to get in front of the dribbler was Derek Fountain, and he got both hands on it for simultaneous possession. Fountain played that very well, Victor, as he saw his teammate being picked off by the big fella.
Yeah, it's now a scoring drought for the Hornets that's gone more than 3.5 minutes.
Fountain tries to slice between a couple of defenders. There was contact, and I think it was before the shot.
It was definitely before the shot. They called the big fella Ocon for the foul. It's just his first.
Just under 14 minutes to go in the Maravich Center.
Ocon, we can add to our running list of broadcasting men's and women's games with international players. He's from Nigeria.
Oh, yeah. How about Mike Williams? He continues to ignite the LSU offense. That was a 3 from the corner in front of his own bench.
You saw him turn around. Everybody wanted to give him a high five real quick after draining that one from the corner.
And this is LSU's largest lead at 48-40. And the largest lead of the game for either team. Walker hands it off. Here's Madlock. Puts it on the floor 3 times. Comes up firing from the slot. Leads it short. Tip, no good. Rebound hits the floor. This is Fountain on the run. Williams gets out of his way. Now takes the pass. Fakes the 3. Goes inside. Slings it over to Milwaukee Wilkinson. Wilkinson to right. 3 ball. Short. Rebound to Alabama State. That was the big fellow, Ubong Ocon, who grabbed the rebound. Here's a 3 the other side. No, Raines can't get it to go, and he shrugged his shoulders in disgust after the shot. He thought that one was going down. LSU with an 8-point lead and a chance to advance it.
Well, the Hornets were building that halftime lead because they found some confidence hitting consistent outside shots. But right now, scoring drought of better than 4.5 minutes for the Hornets. You need to try to get it back inside and try to take it to the lane.
7 to shoot. Williams is pushed off his path. 4 to shoot. He'll take it all the way, kicks it out. 1 to shoot. This will count if it goes. It hangs on the rim, batted around, picked off by LSU momentarily. We've got a traffic jam in the lane. 3 players are down, and let's see who gets the possession.
Well, they call a foul. After all of that, they're going to call a foul on Mike Williams jumping onto the pile. He cleared out baseline, and you mentioned slapping at it like a volleyball spike. He came across the lane to try to slap it to a teammate. Wound up going to a Hornet, who then lost possession. Bodies hit the floor.
Hunter Dean is entering the game for the first time. He wears number 12 in white for the Tigers. And Dean replaces Jalen Reed. Hunter Dean, a 6'10 graduate student from Mandeville, Louisiana, and came from George Washington.
Didn't play a lot last time out against Kansas State, just 4 minutes.
Alabama State really needs a bucket here as we approach the 12-minute mark. Seven seconds to shoot. Long three from range. He got it. That ends a 13-0 run. A very big three-pointer by Range.
As you mentioned, he likes to show his range. 7 of his 10 field goal attempts have come from behind the line. 2 of his 3 makes are from deep.
Hannibal uses the screen. Kicks it over to Wilkinson. Back to Hannibal. He'll take a three. Online but long. Rebound is deep and picked off by Fountain. So LSU can reset. Right for three. Missed it badly. Rebound on the floor. 2 players going down hard for it. And it's going to go to Alabama State. And we'll take a timeout here with 11 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the second.
Season 38% for LSU, so an increase there, but for opponents, on the average, 36%. Alabama State is just a tick higher tonight, but I told you, opponents are averaging almost 10 three-pointers a game. That's 3 more than LSU. And look at the bottom. LSU ranks 291st in Division I in terms of defending the three-pointer. So when teams get hot, that's a big-time problem, not closing out on the outside. And you know the challenge is only going to get bigger with Texas coming up over in Houston and then the start of SEC play in a couple of weeks.
(48-43), a scrappy game in progress in Baton Rouge. Victor Howell, Len Rollins with you. What a delight it is to be courtside. We hope you're enjoying it. Call a buddy and tell him we've got a good finish working over the last 11 minutes. This is Range to Octave. Range falling back from deep range. That's slung back in. LSU's got it. Hunter Dean gives it up. Hannibal looking for help. Now waits till the retinue sets up. This is right.
Smart play by Hannibal, not to force it after Dean had the spinneroo to keep possession, and there it is. Winds up with a made three-pointer by Jordan Wright.
And that was a step-back three. We have 74 starts at Vanderbilt. He's got 9 points. Tigers are scrapping, diving, clawing, trying to get that loose ball.
It's 3 straight games now for Jordan Wright with 3 made three-pointers at each. In fact, all of his makes, Lynn, all of his makes tonight are three-pointers. 6 of his 9 attempts are from deep, and all 3 makes are from deep.
So LSU with a 51-43 lead. Still plenty of time for the Hornets to reestablish themselves. But this has been a good 3 or 4 minutes for LSU. Tigers are turning up the heat defensively as well. Shot clock at 5. Hunter Dean wades in for the rebound after the miss by Knox. A terrific catch down by Wilkinson as he had little room to play with behind the goal.
Yeah, not a best angle for the alley-oop. Hannibal had the right idea, but the angle disappeared. Great job by Wilkinson just to keep possession.
Fountain open for 3. The big guy rips it home. He throws a cotton ball from deep.
His 3rd make of the season from behind the line. Now 3 of 6 on the year.
LSU by 11. This is the biggest lead of the game. Hines counters with the 3, but it won't go. A rebound, the foul is called.
They They got that on Dean trying to go over the back of Ocon. That's quite the challenge with the big fellow on the inside.
Well, Hunter Dean has done a good job in relief, playing the last 3 or 4 minutes. He is asserting himself defensively. He is rebounding, setting picks. This is range.
Oh, he's not afraid to fire it up, is he?
No, he's not. 12 for range. Most of them from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he's taking the most action. Matlock's taking 13 field goal attempts. Range is taking 12.
LSU tries to counter with a Williams 3, but it's off the mark. Range gets it to a teammate on the baseline, and a nice running layup in traffic by Knox. Knox is 6'3" out of Memphis, averaging 6.6 off the bench. 3 times a double-figure scorer. He's got 4 points tonight.
Key to that shot was the quick release, too, because the defense was coming at him. He floated it up early with the release.
Indeed. That ball rolls down the arm of Jordan Wright as he went up to scoop it on the right side. And Wright is walking in some pain. It looks like he might have got dinged up on the right ribs area.
Well, what you're going to see is Big Ocon going to get him. Watch as he uses his arm to get around the defender Hines. Here comes Ocon, and that's basically his hip. At 7'1",
ouch.
The big fellow with his elevation, it was his hip bone that hit the rib cage of Jordan Wright.
Ouch. What's the hip bone connected to? Fountain leaves for LSU, and Jalen Reed replaces him. So it's Reed, Dean, Wright, Williams, and Hannibal on the floor. This might be the first time this year this combination has been on the floor at the same time. 55-48, LSU taking control in the last 5 minutes. Here come the Tigers. 1-on-3. Hannibal takes it all the way, and it rolls across the rim. But free throws will be coming for Trey Hannibal.
Just give you a little heads up here. When that human bowling ball starts picking up momentum, he's going to the basket because contact does not frighten Trey Hannibal one bit. They had that breakaway, good fight to get the defense kicked out to Hannibal. He saw the lane, and he was going, contact or not.
He's only been to the free throw line 9 times. He's missed 5 of them. Now he's 5 for 10. No, Hannibal is a bowling ball looking for the head pin.
Yeah. Yeah, he will, and you know, if he gets a charge, so be it. You'll feel it. But he is definitely got a nose for getting there with momentum.
57-48, LSU leading with 8.5 to play.
Going back to confirm what I told you earlier, and yep, Syracuse, he had 7 points tonight, 7 points, so he ties the season high.
Range lost the dribble. He just left it out several feet ahead of him. And there is the flush by Hunter Dean from Jordan Wright.
Great recognition by Wright to see Dean on the far block and to put it up where Dean could go up and get it. And at the bottom of your screen, you saw the reaction from the LSU bench. They love it.
Well, Dean has been a catalyst. That's his first bucket, but he has defended, he has rebounded. He's defending now on a very good scoop shot thrown in. That's 14. Let's go back and look at Dean as he ignites LSU's offense.
Jordan Wright from the right wing, up and down to Mr. Dean and the LSU bench, loving what they see from their teammate off the bench as he elevates for the easy 2. The Tigers, 7:45 to go, now up by 9. 7:45 to go here in the second half. The Tigers starting to get a little separation from the Hornets, 59-50. This is the first of back-to-back big games for Alabama State. Lynn, it was a year or two ago, you and I had a chance to talk about this during one of our broadcasts. I honestly don't remember if it was men's or women's, but I remember telling you I love this idea. It's part of the Pac-12 SWAC Legacy Series, something they're doing with HBCUs. SWAC teams are going to host the Pac-12 4 times on Tuesday night. USC. Now, they've been making a lot of news lately because of Bronny. LeBron James' son just made his debut. They are traveling to Alabama State. Last year, Oregon's women's team, who was very good, traveled to Baton Rouge, played Southern on the Bluff. How many times are you going to see schools like that go to HBCUs? Never. Because they go to the big schools, right, for the paycheck? Sure. I think it's a great thing. Now, the fact that the Pac-12 is dissolving and disappearing, I hope they still somehow keep some of this. I think it's great exposure and opportunities for these schools.
Hunter Dean has come off the bench and been a factor in LSU's run to the top. LSU up by 11 with just over 7 minutes to go. And a bad pass on the outlet. Williams on the move. Hannibal rises and slams it home from Williams. Padlock on the other end. Waves around, misses badly. Kick out to Hines for a 3, and that is one that's much needed by Alabama State. And there is an injured Hornet down on the court underneath the rim.
That's Coach's son, that's Madlock. Boy, did Trey Hannibal get up with some authority and some strength with that alley-oop dunk. The Tigers starting to get the Hornets uncomfortable with the way they're picking up the pace and finding success.
Let's hope that young man is able to recover quickly. He went down hard.
Here's a look at the pace, look at the alley-oop by Williams, and look at Hannibal as he's floating out of bounds and going underneath the backboard. Look at the elevation, takes it one-handed. Yo! Got another huge reaction from the LSU bench. Love this angle. You're going to see it right where it goes down, through the net. And then Alabama State went the other way to try to pick up the pace, hit the 3, and that's when Madlock goes down. So he'll spend a few moments on the bench, make sure he's okay.
Hannibal has 9 points now, and that's his season's high. LSU leading by 10. And a foul is called on Ubong Okan.
They called that an offensive foul. They called that on Dean.
Oh, they did call it on Dean, and those two are yapping a bit on the way back down to the post. This is a really important possession for the Hornets. Down by 10. Still time to go. 6.5. Range on the move, and he's fouled by Hunter Dean.
It's 2 quick ones on Dean. A little bit of a wheel rotation for Alabama State that time until they found the open lane.
That's 3 fouls on him.
Range that saw the ability to cut down the lane and drew the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Been there twice tonight, hit 1 of 2. He's only been there 2 times all season coming into tonight's game.
Range has 14 points. He's averaged just over 11 on the season. Alabama State cannot afford to leave points at the free throw line. Williams will bring it into front court. So Hornets in a zone. Right. Looks inside. Fadeaway jump shot. Good from the baseline. A difficult shot. And rammed in by Mike Williams. He's got 15.
Coleman couldn't challenge too much because he has 4 fouls. Williams took it towards the baseline and just floated over him and hit the jumper.
That 15 ties the season's high for Williams. Look, here's Hannibal on the steal. Takes it all the way in. And rams it home. 67-54. Hannibal dropping a couple of anvils on this Alabama State team in the last few minutes. A 3 after the fake. Comes up short, flat-footed rebound. Taken off by LSU's right. 5:20 to play. 67-54, a 13-point lead for the Tigers. Dean is open. Kicks it out for an open three. It's short by Wright. He runs it down. He'll take another one from the corner and makes the adjustment for the three. Jordan Wright. 13 for him.
4 of 8 now from behind the line.
Wright can do no wrong. This is getting a little chippy. And the Nigerian, his blood is heating up. Look at number 35.
The foul's on Jalen Reed. See how he kind of throws the shoulder and then the elbow.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact before that, and then clearly a foul on Reed.
Yep. Good sign to see Madlock back in the game after he took that hard fall just a couple of minutes ago.
And Coleman gets tangled up with LSU's Reed. That's his 4th foul.
It's two here with the clock not even moving.
Yeah, that's his 4th. Make it his 3rd. Let's redo the numbers. That's his 3rd foul. Hines tries to lead his man, and he'll stay with the Hornets with 15 seconds to play. 15 on the shot clock, 4:35 to go. The lead is 16. This is LSU's biggest advantage. This was a very close game, including a lead on several occasions by the Hornets until about 10 minutes ago when LSU took control.
That foul on Jordan Wright. That's 3 fouls now for the Tigers on the defensive end in the span of about 12 seconds on the clock.
This time there will be free throws coming.
Medlock's line. So far, there's still 4:31 to go, but so far, LSU has been able to avoid what has been a problem for them in their last 2 games, and that's that second half slump. Remember, the last game you and I had a chance to do here against Southeastern, LSU went 6.5 minutes without a field goal. The only reason they won that game, they went 9 for 12 from the line down the stretch. Last game out, against Kansas State, they were down 17. Tigers cut it to 3, and then went 6 minutes with no field goals and wound up losing that ball game 15. So the drought tonight came courtesy of the Hornets that went almost 5.5 minutes, and that's when LSU got this separation that so far they've been able to hold on to.
They've got a 16-point lead after the 2 misses by Madlock, who has 18 points tonight. Four minutes and 13 seconds to go.
A little too much hot sauce in that entry pass by Mike Williams, and it went past Dean, but fortunately for the Tigers or the Hornet, they tried to catch it, deflected off his hand.
Hannibal looking to throw it in. 3 ball from the wing. It came out by Wright. Rebounded by Ocon.
Ocon does not have a field goal attempt tonight, but he's got 12 rebounds.
Look at him throw Dean down. My goodness. That was clearly a grab and a push. 10 yards on the defensive penalty. 70-54, LSU by. They did call the foul, and he and Hunter Dean have been really cracking on each other down low.
I think much of that foul might have been because you saw the 2 hands come up and get thrown out like he's trying to shove them aside, because to your point, we see them banging with a lot more physicality than what we saw right there, but they called the foul on them.
Here's what's upcoming for LSU. Texas is front and center on the 16th.
They'll be in Houston, by the way.
Lamar on the 21st. Northwestern State comes in on the 29th. And then SEC play starts on January 6th at Texas A&M. Vanderbilt will be the first SEC opponent in this building on January 9th. That's McMahon checking something at the scorer's table, close to the LSU bench. Ooh, an unforced error. Williams was trying to lead Hannibal, I guess, but that one never had a chance.
Well, and Matt McMahon threw his hands up looking at Williams like, what are you doing? And Hannibal turned around almost like saying, hey, look, coach, my bad. He cut the route short, if you will, like a receiver. He was breaking away and stopped. The ball just went sailing over up to the bench.
That's not what you want coming out of a timeout, is it?
No.
Range lets it fly. Long. Another rebound for Dean. Hey, Hunter Dean has made a difference this last 10 minutes. I don't know if he's played quite 10, maybe so. Got to be close to that.
4 points on 2 of 2 shooting with 2 rebounds. He's drawn 2 fouls, committed a foul.
But he's played action. He's played 9 minutes now, and he's been a steadying force.
Absolutely.
Against that big post guy, Ocon. 12 in white and 35 in black are getting to know each other pretty well.
Just to speak about how Alabama State's looking for that outside shot when you've got 7-1, 230, 235 on the block, and he has yet to take a field goal attempt. Yes, that one's gone in. You want to count that as a tap back, but officially he doesn't have a shot attempt on tonight's game.
Ocon had a chance to tip that one in, but it wouldn't go. The lead has been 16 for the last minute or so.
They're going to count that as his first field goal attempt on the putback, but he has 13 rebounds. And it's been very physical.
By the way, 13 rebounds, his career high. Reed goes down very hard, as he was the bologna in the sandwich.
Right. He got that on Ocon too. That's going to be his 3rd foul. Take another look. Watch the meeting in the middle as he drives. There's 1 body contact against Coleman, who has 4. Ocon, who has 2. Ocon gets the call. So that's his 3rd foul.
He's got good form at the line, doesn't he?
70% shooter coming into tonight's game from the free throw line. He's been there 9 times tonight. This will be his 10th free throw attempt.
How many has he made?
It's actually 6 of 10. That was his 10th. This is number 11. So 6 of 10 for tonight. Nice ball indeed.
13 points for Jalen Reed.
His career high was 16 when they played Dayton.
LSU was 4 in double figures. Hannibal, Williams, Wright, and 1 other. Reed. There's the putback by the Nigerian. Ocon.
First points of the night that stopped the scoring drought of 4 minutes, 20 seconds for the Hornets. So 2 long scoring droughts here in the second half have made the difference for Alabama State losing its momentum.
And we have dipped under the 2-minute mark. Ten seconds to shoot. Fountain for 3. On the line, but long. Rebound hits the floor. And is grabbed by Eric Coleman.
Dean with the block. The elevation right underneath the rim for him to get up there and get that block shot.
Matt McMahon has rewarded him, too, with continuous playing time because he has been a difference maker. Not so much statistically, but he's taking charge around the rim.
Yeah. You can't fault the battle he's been given.
How about that? Derek Fountain slips between defenders and lays it in, and the Tigers lead now by 18. Fountain has 8. We are under a minute to go. Hines uses the pick. And it's picked off from him by Williams. He fumbles it away. He was looking for his teammate Wright. I think they were trying to set up, at least through silent communication, the lob or something of that sort.
That's exactly right. He looked up. He saw that Jordan Wright was going to be running with him, tried to figure out when to get him the ball or how to get the ball, and he lost the dribble. Look, he looks here, he sees him, looks again, and that's when he loses the dribble. tries to avoid the double dribble, and then just runs head on into Madlock and gets the foul call.
He's lucky they didn't call the double dribble because it looked like he hit the ball with both hands simultaneously. But nonetheless, with a 74-56 lead, LSU is about to salt this one away and go to 6-4 on the year. There's another rebound by Hunter Dean. That's his fourth. Alabama State, for the first 25-30 minutes, gave LSU everything it wanted, leading a great deal of that time. I think they got Hunter Dean for a foul.
They did on the screen. He tried to set a high screen, and when he rolled down, he kept taking a man with him, so it winds up being like a moving screen. They called him for that. That's his fourth.
26 seconds to go. LSU started taking control of this game about 12 to 15 minutes ago. And they have steadily stretched the lead. That will do it. Mountain grabs the rebound. He'll dribble it out. And the LSU Tigers, who had a hard-fought battle